Hi everyone, I'm back again with another video, and yes, it's more CDs. I love Elvis Costello. I really love his early stuff, up to, what, Spike? But after that, I kind of get a bit lost. This is cover for Spike. After that, I tend to get a bit lost with him. Um, I, yeah, it's kind of very hit or miss for me. I just can't get into his later stuff. So I think it says this is the best of the Warner Brothers years. There's stuff I don't mind on here. So things like I think The Other Side of Summer is quite good. Deep Dark Truthful Mirror, which I think was on Spike. It's from the Spike tracks that my favourites. Tramp the Dirt Down. I think most of it's from Spike, but yeah, I'm not sure about that. I need to give that another listen, and then maybe I'll investigate his later discography more. But I've never been that much into Elvis Costello after Spike, really. Mighty Like a Rose is alright, I think. Right, I really like this CD. I don't care. So this is Whole Celebrity Skin. Picked this up finally. It's, I don't know, it just brings back good memories of this. Way after the heyday of grunge. I think this was released in '97, I think. But I think it was their most successful album. Things like Northern Star's a good song. Celebrity Skin is a cracking rock tune. Use Once and Destroy. Yeah, there's some really good stuff on here. I really like this. Whatever you may think of Courtney Love, this is a good album. In fact, they release some really good music. Pretty on the Inside is great as well. So that's that. Right, I've always said I don't like prog, but there's some bands that I do. So I own Yes albums. I do listen to them occasionally. But I do like, now this is going to seem funny, but I like early Genesis. Now this is because it's all Peter Gabriel led. I really like Peter Gabriel. Maybe it's because he's probably the closest thing to a male Kate Bush there is, maybe ish. I mean, she's quite prog, really, a lot of her stuff. But I think I really like Peter Gabriel stuff, and this is a good album. So this is their 1973 album, Selling England by the Pound. There's some good stuff, despite one song with Phil Collins on vocals, which I can just about stomach. But yeah, I like that. That was good. Picked up a Van Halen CD. I think I've got more than one here. There might be another one in a minute. This is Balance from 1995. So this is Van Hagar, of course. Great productions. It sounds brilliant. I'm not so sure about some of the songs, but it's a brilliant sounding. It's loud, it's brash, it's like in your face. Great guitars as always. It's all right. This one knocked me out. This one, I got this on from eBay because I saw it cheap, and I thought, and I'd listened to it before. This is a band called Opium Lord. What's the album called? The Calendrical Cycle, Eye of Earth. So that's this. This is, I guess you'd call it sludge metal. So there's a band that I love, and I've mentioned them often before, called Dope Throne on this channel, and I love them. They're a Canadian sludge metal band, and I think they're amazing. Now this is the closest thing I've heard to a British version of them. They don't have the same knack of using samples to introduce their songs, or incorporate sample like old radio shows and radio broadcasts and stuff in their music. But this is good. This is loud, in your face, exactly what I want from a sludge. The vocals are not the growling vocals, they're pretty shouty, but I can stomach that. So I was well chuffed to get that. This is a great album. So that's Opium Lord. Silva Chair, another grunge band. My daughter asked for this at Christmas, and I got her a brand new copy. I managed to find one. And I thought, hang on. I looked in my collection. I thought, hang on, I haven't got this. I got the one before and I got the one after, but I don't have this. It's great. It's It's nothing amazing. Well, it it's not experimental in any way. It's pretty good grunge. The songs are good. I think the band were really young when they recorded this. I think the first album they recorded when they were 18, 17, 18, 19. So they're only about 20 when they recorded this, but it's really good. Um, yeah, that's good. Another band called, now this is a more modern release. So here we've got from 2010, we've got Everything Everything with Man Alive. Apparently nominated for Ivor Novello Awards in 2011. Uh, South Bank Sky Arts Award in 2011. I don't know, nominated for the Mercury Music Prize. God knows why. It's okay. Around 2010, this was after the sort of the final, I think probably you could call it the final death of indie. In around the mid 2000s, there was that garage rock revival, and there was a lot of indie bands still hitting the charts and stuff. This came after that, and you can tell it's not great. This one was interesting, although not so great. This is Future Perfect Escape. Now, this is a band, I think it's self-released, so you can find their information on Bandcamp. I can't remember where they're from. They're from Britain. But basically they use, it sounds like an updated version of 80s pop. So this is great. The music is fantastic on this. Unfortunately, I've got a vocalist, or female vocalist, who shares the vocal duties with the guy who runs the band. And I don't know, it's just pub standard. I mean, it's harsh, but it's true. I just don't rate her vocals at all. They're very harsh. Meanwhile, he's got one of those kind of voices that you would have heard in early 80s pop. Very, I mean, he's not brilliant vocally, but he suits the music better than her vocals. So if only that they recorded this with just his vocals, it would be brilliant. Lost 80s synth tribute classic, but it's not. So that's good. This is good. This was My Mantra and Seven. So this is a blind buy. I just went in the shop and they had this there with the Future Perfect one and the Everything Everything, and it was through for £1. So I like the look of it. I don't know why. Kind of odd. Hard rock. Good songs. Released in 2004. Short 7-song EP mini album. Top stuff. I mean, there it is. So that's that one. Band of CD rather of the Roots of Rock and Roll Originals. Although I don't think all of them are original recordings, but they're pretty faithful, even if they are not the original recordings. There are some of them the original recordings. Unfortunately, it doesn't say which ones are which, but yeah, this is all right. You know, it's got things like I picked this up because it's got things like Hound Dog by William A. Thornton, Mystery Train by Little Junior's Blue Flames, that's all right, by Arthur Crudup, Rocket 88 by Jackie Princeton. So it's like really early rock and roll. And even if they are recordings, they still sound good. Next one, so Brian Jonestown Massacre. So this is Strung Out in Heaven. This was, I think, their 4th album. I think. Maybe their 4th album. This is really good. So I got this for 20p off a market stall in where I live. There's a stall that opens every Saturday, and they have CDs for 20p on vinyl as well. So I've got some vinyl from there as well. But really good. It's kind of softly psychedelic, mixed with the Dandy Warhols. I remember listening to this on a listening post, and for some reason I never got it at the time in 1998 when it was released. I think it was 98. No. Yeah, 98. Yeah. Back in 98 when I was in Japan, I remember listening to this thinking, that's not bad. And then I never got it, so I've got it now. filling up some gaps in my Afghan wigs collection. I did a video about Afghan wigs and how much I love them. They are a magnificent band, absolutely magnificent band. Mixing that grunge but with that soul side to it. Yeah, fantastic. This is 1965. Absolutely brilliant album. So I'm glad I've got that. This was terrible. I picked this up on a blind buy, 50p. Young Guns. It's really bland hard rock, like modern hard rock. I know the reason I picked it up is because it's on the Play It Again Sam label, which back in the day was kind of loads of industrial music. So I was kind of hoping, oh yeah, maybe it's some kind of industrial kind of thing, but no, it's sort of bland, semi-hard rock, boring. I picked Mosey Shoals up by Ocean Colour Scene because I never had it before. I don't know why I never had this one. Not my favourite of the bands that were popular during Britpop. It's good, it's alright, but I picked that up because I wanted to cover them in a possible Britpop video. I needed a copy of that. Peggy Lee is just gorgeous. She's just fantastic vocalist. Possibly one of my favourite vocalists. I think she's fantastic. So I'm going to pick that up for the car. Best of Peggy Lee, early 50s, first half of the 50s. Fantastic. Couple of CDs from No Doubt, who I really do like. One of these is good, one of them is not so good. Which one was not so good? Oh yeah, of course. So this one is Rocksteady. This was released in, when was this? I like Gwen Stefani. I really like Gwen Stefani. I like her solo stuff. So I think this is 2001. That's pretty good. So it's got things like Hella Good on it. Hey Baby. It's got a couple of ska tunes on it. Like Rocksteady. I think Rocksteady, well, it must be a ska tune. It's called Rocksteady. Really good stuff. That fits in with the rest of the stuff. Then they sort of blanded out by the time of the other one. This is 2012. This might be the last one. This was bland. So this was after they must have got back together. I didn't realise they'd got back together again after Gwen Stefani went solo. But this sounds like a Gwen Stefani solo album, except not a very good one. So I'm really disappointed by that one. So 50p though, you just get what you try. Last two, you'll be glad to hear, I'm sure. This lot have just come back with a new song, which actually was first song by them I've liked for like about 35 years, I think. Something stupid. The new one, I can't remember what it's called. I can't remember what it's called now, but the first song of the album, the rest of it sounds awful, but I really like their early stuff. So this is Red Hot Chili Peppers. This is not Mofo Party Plan, is it? Where is it? Yeah, it's Uplift Mofo Party Plan. So this is when they were much more of a funk band. So it's got much more funky stuff. So things like Fight Like a Brave, Me and My Friends, Backwards, which I've got on an EP, 7-inch EP. This is really good. This is when they were really rocking. I really like the early Chili Peppers, like the first 4 or 5 albums, I think. But once they've released, I think after One Hot Minute, which is the one that we did with Dave Navarro, then they went bland as heck. That Zephyr song, oh my life. How can one band I like such a lot, like Mother's Milk, Blood, Sugar, Sex, Magic, this one, and the first one, go to so bland? I don't know how they did it. But they did do it, but this is a good one. So that's Uplift Mofo Party Plan. And then just to round off, really good 2 CD comp, Teenage Kick. So this would suggest that it's like a kind of punk ones, because punk comp, because obviously it's got the Undertones song, but it's not. It's more of a kind of a new wave. So you've got punk on here, of course, like Stiff Little Fingers, Stranglers, Vapors. Well, Vapors a new wave. Jilted John's on here, Teardrop Explodes, Lambrettas. So it's more of an overview of like early 80s, I don't know, British pop punk, Pretenders are on here. Martha and the Muffins. Cure's on here. Boys Don't Cry. Buzzcocks Ever Fallen in Love. So it's a really good. It's a good CD. That's what's something for the car. Right, there we go. I don't know how many of you have stayed to the end. If you have, you have. If you haven't, you haven't. Peruse at your own leisure and watch as much of it as you want. Anyway, I will be back with a vinyl video very soon, so rest assured they'll be coming. I've got things I want to show, and there we go. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and maybe got some ideas for some albums. And I'll be back again soon because the CD buying is still continuing. I've got another shed load already. So this lot was from February, March. I mean, I probably only spent about 10 quid on the whole lot. Maybe less than, maybe a little bit more, 12 quid, but it's ridiculous amounts. Anyway, thanks everybody, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!